Hey, my name is Sean Hightower.
Hey, my name's Mike.
Hello, my name's Ian Basic.
How would you define the term fake news?
I think fake news is any sort of news piece that is unsubstantiated by any sort of sources. It's just stuff that's kind of made up and it spreads like wildfire, and people kind of take it as actual news when in reality it's just a bunch of nonsense.
How would you define the term fake news?
I would define fake news as a rumor being started by someone that's not true.
How would you define the term fake news?
I would say that fake news is almost anywhere on the web, and it can be like any news article that seems unreliable, untrustworthy, and I honestly think that anyone can write it.
Have you come across any stories on the internet that seem fake in nature?
Yeah, sometimes if I'm on Facebook or Twitter, you can see things that are trending or things that'll pop up. And one example is the flat Earth theory. A lot of people really believe that for whatever reason. It's a conspiracy theory, and you could probably read dozens of articles about it, and people would take the fact that it's because it's in an article format that it's truth, but in reality it's just a bunch of nonsense that people have written and everyone likes to believe in it.
Have you come across any stories on the internet that seem fake in nature?
Yeah, I seen Trump post a picture that said he had a whole lot of people at the inauguration when he
Have
did.
you come across any stories on the internet that seem fake in nature?
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Whenever I go onto my computer's web browsers, such as MSM.com, for example, that always pops up whenever I surf the web. I always see something that's a little iffy, and I don't know if I can truly trust it.
Do you have a specific political leaning?
I probably lean conservative. I'm kind of in the middle. I like to view both sides of the argument whenever a situation arises, but I probably lean more towards the right than left.
Do you have a specific political leaning?
Nah, I just try to stay independent.
Do you have a specific political leaning?
Yeah, I would say I'm slightly conservative. I would probably consider myself in the Republican Party.
Does your political leaning lead you to question stories you come across?
Occasionally, I usually question everything that I read or hear because you just can't be sure. You kind of like to review where the information came from, who it came from, and why it's newsworthy in the first place.
Does your political leaning lead you to question stories you come across?
Nah, I just try to dig deeper in stories just to see if they're true or false.
Does your political leaning lead you to question stories you come across?
I would say so, especially if I were to go to a liberal news source such as CNN or other liberal-leaning sources.
Do you believe social media sites can monitor fake news, or if they're even responsible for monitoring fake news?
I think they have a responsibility to make sure that anything on their platform is valid, but I also think it's a really difficult issue. I don't know how you can really monitor everything that goes on and ensure that everything on there is valid, because a lot of fake news pieces are really just opinions that people have written and everyone takes it as truth. Again, just because it's an opinion and people take it as truth and believe it's fact doesn't really mean it's fake news. It's just people are taking it as fake news. So you don't want to have a situation where those social media sites are then censoring people when in actuality they're trying to protect
Do you
it.
believe social media sites can monitor fake news?
Yeah, I think they should, just to make sure the stories are true. or
Do you believe social media sites can monitor fake news?
I think they can, but it would take a lot of effort and probably some extra money from the company's parts, because there's a lot of stuff out there, and I don't think you can catch every single piece of fake news out there.
Do you think they should be the ones in charge of monitoring fake news, or should the general public be in charge of monitoring fake news?
I think it's a two-part system, but overall, I think the owners of the company should, or the company should definitely be in charge of cleaning it up.